Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be sharing with you how to cut and sew exaggerated hip, just like you're seeing it on the screen right now, perfectly well. This is what my client sent to me as sample, and this is what we recreated. If this video sounds interesting, do well to subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell button, and do not forget to share my video. Sit tight, let's dive straight into the video. So the first thing you need to get is your fabric. So for this particular tutorial, I'm going to be working with a crepe fabric. So I decided to do pattern drafting first. The reason is because of the hip. I want to have a perfect finished look. Okay, so the first thing I also did was to get my client's bust point, which is about 10 inches, then a under bust, which is about 13 inches, a waistline, which is about 16 inches. So after which I went out to take a hip line. I calculated a hip just like this because she didn't send the hip line. We did everything on WhatsApp, so she didn't send a hip line. So I calculated my hip line, and I also took a hip line like that. So after, I think I took about 25 or 26 inches. So after which I took my full length measurement, and I also went ahead to join the line straight, just like I am doing right now on your screen. To my returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again. And if today is the first time you're coming across this channel, hi, my name is Taiba Chanel. In this space, we talk and teach everything concerning fashion designing, from pattern drafting to making, to the fabric you're going to use, the best fabric you're going to use, the way, how you gum, how you pad, how you do everything on your outfit or your client's outfit. Trust me, you will not get bored on this space. Okay, so do well to subscribe. Do not forget to always thumbs up my video, share my videos on all your platforms, social media platform, and yeah, always remember to drop a comment also in the comment section. So after which I was done doing the lines, I went ahead to take my client's bust, which is about 40 inches. My client has a very nice shape. Okay, so our waist is about 30 and our hip is about 43 inches 0.5, let's say 44 inches. Okay, so after taking a bust point, I went ahead to take to add my dart measurement, which I add 4 inches for my dart measurement. In the bust area, in the waist area, I also added 4 inches. Then in the hip area, I also added 4 inches. At the end of the day, I do not really need this hip stuff measurement, because yeah, I don't really need it, but I just have to do it so that everyone here will understand what I am trying to do. Okay, and also my girls that were watching what I was doing will also understand what we are trying to do. So after which I went ahead to connect my bust point to my waistline. Okay, so after connecting my bust point to my waistline, I also went ahead to connect it to my hip line, just like I'm doing right now on your screen. Later on, you guys will find out that the hip line is not really because I'm not going to cut that from the hip. I'm going to start the curve from my waist. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing I did was to get my my gown full length. Our length was 33. So, and again, you need to know how many inches you're going to show off. If your client is busty, you can use 6 inches, because of course you want cleavage to show. And if your client is not busty, just make sure you take the off inches on your client's body. Let them use their hand to tell you where they want you to start the off from. Some might say 4, some might say 6, depending. So after doing all of that, I went ahead to take my nipple to nipple measurement. I used 4 inches for her, so I took 4 inches on my bust point. My under bust, I took 4 inches. For my waistline, I took 4 inches. So after which I connect the 4 inches all together from my bust point to my waistline, then also to my full length, which is the starting point. So after doing all of that, I came down by half an inch also here, Reason is because if you look at the picture closely, it's as if the clothes like drop in that center front. So after which I went ahead to take my dart, which I took 1 inch both side. Then I came to my under bust, I took 2 inches. Then this other side I took 1 inch, then 1 inch down. Then I went ahead to connect the line together. So you are not going to take any dart measurement on your bust point. Yes, you don't need to take any dart measurement on your bust point. So I went ahead to connect everything together like this, then curve out my client's bust point, then also connect it to my waistline. Honestly, when you are doing this, you need to be very careful. You need to do it very well, so your client's bust point, the cup you're going to create for your client is going to like puff out the bust perfectly well. I don't know if you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. So after which, from your under bust, from your cleavage to your armhole area is about 6 inches. Okay, so I went ahead to take the 6 inches, then I added extra 1 inch. The reason why I added that extra 1 inch is because of my dart measurement, then my joining and all of that. That was why I added my extra 1 inch measurement. So after which I went ahead to take the amount of off, which is the 6 inches off that I took. Then I drew the line to 8 inches to get my armhole curve, and I did that all of. I just do my thing there. I took the 6 inches off, then I placed my marker on 8 inch, and I achieved my arm hook off. So after which we are about to get our exaggerated hip. That was why I said the hip measurement that I took was not really relevant. So I just had to use my bare hand to do my thing, and this is what I get. You guys, this video will be a little bit lengthy because it is well detailed, trust me, even though you do not really understand it, but I'm very sure you're definitely going to understand this video when you pay attention to what I'm saying and what I am doing. Okay, so if you've watched my video up to this time and you are yet to join this amazing style by Chinel's family, I really do not know what you're doing. Please join this amazing family, subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell button, share my video to your friends or your friend that are into tailoring, even to your designer. I'm very sure you're going to help him or her out to sort out one or two difficulties while making your outfit. So yeah, and do not forget to thumbs up, drop a comment if you find it helpful, and thank you. So after which I was done cutting out my front piece, I went ahead to place my front piece also to get my back piece. Okay, so remember you already did the front dart, so whatever thing you are getting must be the same size with the back, the same length, the same size. Of course, the center back will be a little bit shorter, which is that center back area you come up, but the side will be the same length. So after which I was done, I went ahead to use my marker to mark down my bust point, my under bust, which is my waistline and all of that, so I can get my back that measurement. So I already did that, so I'll go ahead and use my ruler now to do the lines and all of that. You guys just pardon me, I'm a freehand tailor, so if you are not used to freehand, you can also use your curve rule to get your bust, cup, and every other thing that you need to do. Okay, even the armhole area. So I already minus like 1 inch for my zipper, so that I will be able to like, okay, for my zip. So after which I went ahead to get the straight line, then I came to my under bust area, which I'll be using as my waistline for my back waistline. Then I took 1 inch both side, then I came, you guys just pardon what is going on your screen. I took 1 inch both side. So after which I came up and also take 0.5, 0.5, came down and take 0.5, then 0.5, the both sides. So it's only the center back that you will take 1 inch. Okay, so after that I went ahead to connect all the lines together to get my back dart, and this is what we have. So I also went ahead to chop it out so I can see what I have left. So after doing all of this, I use this pattern to pattern out my main fabric. You guys, you will do a whole lot of gumming on this particular outfit. I will use this pattern paper to pattern out my main fabric, to pattern out cloth lining, to pattern out hand stain. Go to any tailoring store, tell them you need a cloth gum and a hand stain. It's always like a cotton lining, but it has a gum, so you gum it to. I use the hand stain actually because I'm working with thick crepe fabric, so it's already thick, so I use the hand stain to gum my fabric. Then I use the cloth gum, the cotton cloth gum, to gum my cotton lining. This is the cotton lining. This white one is the cotton cloth gum, is on the lining, and this black one I'm holding right here is the main fabric, which I use black hand stain to gum. I couldn't lay my hands on black cloth gum as at the time I was making this video. That was why I used white for this black. Then the lining, then the main fabric, I use black hand stain because I have black hand stain already at the store when I was making this video. So do not forget, you're going to buy a thick quality crepe fabric, not the light one, a thick one. Okay, so it will also help your outfit to stand well and relieve you of a lot of stress. So I use hand stain to gum the main fabric, which is my quality crepe fabric. Then I used the cloth gum. If you go to any tailoring store, tell them you want a cloth gum. It's always like a cotton lining, but it has a gum. It has gum all over it that will help to stick to the fabric you are attaching it to. So you will use the cotton cloth gum for the lining. Lining is not usually thick, so you will use the cotton cloth gum to support the lining. So after which I went ahead to join my lining to lining, the center back to the center back of lining, then the center back of the fabric to the center back of the clothes. Do you understand? Like, you will join lining to lining, clothes to clothes. Then after which you go ahead and turn everything from the off you took, then turn it inside. Okay, I did not document this video because it was getting a lot lengthy and I do not want that. So after joining lining to lining, then fabric to fabric, you go ahead and turn everything all together. Then you set it aside. Then you pick your down, which is the exaggerated hip part. First thing I did was to get my client's actual measurement on the clothes, which is the lining rather, because you're going to attach your bone to your lining, not your main fabric. Okay, so that's part of the main reason why you have to pad your lining to be stronger than your main fabric. So after which I took my client's measurement on my lining first, so I can attach everything together, leaving that zipper area alone. Please, anything you are doing, do not touch your zipper because you are obviously going to connect the two sides together. So only your zipper area is going to be open, and that is where you are going to also be able to turn your lining and your main fabric together. So do not touch your zipper. So go ahead and do your hip curve on the lining. You're going to do the same thing too on the main fabric because you're going to join the both side. You give it a good press opening. Then after press opening it, you're going to turn your fabric and your lining together. After you are done connecting the bones, guys, the bone part is going to be stressful for you if you've not worked with bone before. But if you've been working with boning, regening bone, actually sewable bone, regening bone, if you've been working with it, you will know that it is not going to be stressful. But if you have not worked with that before, then you're going to see, because your thread will keep cutting every now and then. So after everything, after joining the both side, I went ahead to trim out my excess. Then I gave it to my girl to give it a good press opening, which she did. Then I also trimmed down my allowance. So after she had press opened it, I went ahead to do like a basket kind of sign on it, just like you're seeing it right now on your screen. So why I did this is because that is where I am going to sew my bones on. Yes, but before you start, you're going to first of all sew the two sides together that you join. You're going to sew bone on it, just like I'm doing right now on your screen. Please, when you are sewing your bone, do not start from where your fabric starts from and end where your fabric ends. Like, try as much as you can to come down by at least 0.75 inches, 0.5 inches, or 1 inch. Why I say all of this is because when you are joining the waist and the down area, you do not need bone to obstruct your joining, so you need to come down a bit. So you first of all join bone, attach bone to the both side, then after which you now start joining this other parts. Okay, so you go ahead and join. You're going to sew the bone two parts, to the both side of the bone. You're not going to sew one side of the bone. That is why I said it's going to be a little bit stressful, but don't worry, you got this. So I went ahead to sew and sew. If you've watched my video up to this time and you are yet to join this amazing Style by China's family, I really do not know what you're doing. I don't know what you want me to do or say before you join this beautiful family. Please join this family, subscribe, thumbs up the video, and share. So this was when I was done. I had to put it on my girl to see the fitting, and trust me, we've not even ironed it and it is giving what it should give. So let me flip the inside out so you can see. Can you see that this is what I was trying to explain? You attach bone to these two sides that you join, then you do this basket kind of a line so you can follow the line, and trust me, it was already given. So I went ahead to iron it, then come back to attach my main fabrics two sides together. Then after attaching the both sides together, I went ahead to also give it a good ironing. Guys, you need to be very professional when you're ironing this, because if you're not, the iron print, which is if you're using hot iron to iron the lining, the bone will print lines on the main fabric. It happened to me, so you need to be very careful when you're doing that. So when I was done, I placed my lining front, then my fabric front together, front to front. Then I went ahead to stitch it down, top stitch and flip it. So when I flip it, in the inside of my lining, which is where that part that carries the bone will be inside, and the front part of my fabric also will be outside. So which means the plain part, which is this part you're seeing right now, will be the one inside when you're done. Then the part that carry your bone will be inside the fabric when you're done. So after turning it front to front, I top stitch. Then I went ahead to cover it up by stitching the both sides also. Yes, that zipper side, stitch it. You don't need it open. And if you don't want to stitch it, you can as well leave it like that. You go ahead and weave when you're done. Please, when you're done, the only place that you're going to weave should be the waist area. And if you want to do a professional job, you can also pipe your waist area. By doing so, your outfit will come out professional. Honestly, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. I'll be right there waiting to reply you all. And if you watch this video to this moment, that means you find it very, very helpful. So do not forget to thumbs up the video, like, share my video, and share your thoughts about this video in the comment section. Please subscribe. When I was done joining everything together, I went ahead to iron it, to give it the final ironing, then straighten my bones. So after which, do not forget you are going to make use of regening bones for this tutorial. So after ironing it, I flip it inside and everything went inside. I joined my upper area, which is the cup area, to the down part. Then I finish up, and this is what we have when we were done joining it. What do you all think? When my client came, she was so happy for the finished look, and yeah, she loved our dress. Now, what do you all think about this video in the comment section? I'll be right there waiting. See you guys in my next video. Till then, stay blessed and protected. Bye.